morning, ladies, and I am going to talk about two great foundations today. The first foundation that I'm going to talk about is fairly new by Clinique, and I'm also going to talk about Mac Matchmaster. This has been out for a while, and I'm going to compare the two. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started with the Clinique, and the name of it is the Clinique Superbalanced Silk Makeup. This makeup, I must say, I really like. So let me go ahead and get into all the pros. First of all, one of the good things about this makeup, it is only $25. That is a very reasonable price for a what we would call a high-end product. So $25, excellent price. You also get 1 full fluid ounce of the product. It is very easy to blend. It is a matte finish, but not too matte. And when I say a matte finish, if you're new to makeup and people like to say, oh, it's a matte finish, all that means is that it's not going to give you a glow. It's not going to give you a dewy look. It's going to give you more of a dry, not dry in a bad way, but a very type of just dry, finished foundation, kind of a powdery but not cakey look. But there's no gloss to it, no shine, no dewiness. Also, it is very buildable and it is very easy to layer and is very easy to blend. It is a sheer to moderate light medium finish, meaning that if you want something very light on the skin, especially for the summer weather or even sometimes in the fall, this is a great product to use. If you have a lot of imperfections and you want to cover a lot of imperfections, this might not be the product for you. Another thing that I like about it, it does have an SPF of 15. It comes in 20 shades. Now let me tell you, the shade I have right here is called Silk Sable, and it's a tad bit too light. So they do have, and let me check my notes really quick, they do have 2 more shades darker than this shade, and once again, this is the Silk Sable. I believe I mentioned all the pros. Now the cons. One of the cons about this product is that it does not have a pump. You have to kind of pour it on your hand. Even though it's $25, which is an excellent price, to me they could have charged another $2, another $3, and just went ahead and put a pump on the product. Now I will be showing you what the product looks like on my hand. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next product that I'm going to talk about, which is one of my favorites, and this is maybe my 3rd bottle of this. This is the Mac Matchmaster, and this is in the color 7.5. This is a medium coverage, meaning that it will give you some coverage, but it's not a heavy coverage. It's very light and it's very blendable. I will say that this product will give you more coverage than the Clinique product. Now, this one is $38. So this is about $13 more than the Clinique. Also, another thing about this is 1.13 fluid ounces, so you get just a little bit more product with this one. And as you can tell, the good thing about this, it does come in the pump. And the good thing about a pump, you don't have to worry about putting too much on your you don't have to worry about pumping out too much of the product. This does come in 15 colors, and they also have 3 more shades that is darker than this color, and this is the 7.5. They consider it a demi matte finish, which I will agree. It gives you a nice matte finish without being too matte or too dry looking. So I really do like that. And for me, I like a matte finish because I live in a climate where it's very humid and it's very hot outside, and it doesn't take long for you to get that natural glow or that satin finish on your face in the type of weather that I live in. So I prefer a matte finish. I would say the one thing I do like about both of these products, they're not too heavy. They are very buildable, and they are excellent for the summer as well as going into the fall. I mean, you can literally wear them all year long. But if you want something a little bit more sheer and something that's not heavy, both of these products are excellent for that. So now let's go ahead and move on to the swatches. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on my hand so you can just kind of get a better idea of what this product actually looks like on the skin. But remember, this is about a shade too light. Now I bought this at Sephora, and when I purchased this was the darkest shade that they had, so I just assumed that this was the darkest shade that they offered, Clinique offered. But when I went online, I found out something totally different. So actually, after I finish this video, I'm on my way to the mall, and I'm going to go ahead and take it back and see if I can find a darker color. So if they don't offer a darker color at your Sephora or wherever else they might sell this product, feel free to also go online and see and look at the darker color. So far, this is it on my hand. And I brought my brush to kind of blend it out for you to see how blendable it is and how light it is. Now, it's not watery, but it's not thick. It is a really, really good consistency. And there it is. And I just put just a little on. Also, too, I also brought my beauty blender. So you can also blend it out this way. If you use any type of beauty blender or Real Technique sponge, just make sure that it is damp. It should be just a little bit wet, and that's that. And like I said, it's very, very blendable. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on my hand because I want you to see, well, let me kind of show you this, the consistency of it. It's not runny or anything like that. And I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more. Oh my God, I'm trying not to get this white shirt and sweater with makeup on it. I normally don't fool with makeup when I have on white. All right, so there you have it. So let's move on to the next one. And let's go ahead and get started with the next one. And like I said, this one has a pump, and I've already put some on my hand, but I love a pump because it really allows you to control how much product you're using so you're not wasting any product. Once again, this is 7.5, and that is $38. As you can see, they're both pretty much the same consistency. They're not too thick, they're not too thin. They blend out really, really well. And trust me, both of them are very buildable because I don't like a lot of foundation. I don't like my foundation too heavy. So a lot of times I might start out light and then go and add another layer. And if you do that, you don't have to worry about making a huge mistake. It's always easier to add makeup than to put too much makeup on, then take it away. So that is the MAC Matchmaster. All right. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Both of these foundations I really, really like. I can see both of these being my my absolutely favorite. If you have any questions or any comments, please go ahead and list them down below. Any other information that you could possibly need to know about this foundation, I will go ahead and put it down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to give a sister a thumbs up. You guys be blessed, and you guys have a great day. Living day by day, I feel so used. That ain't